right. I hope the live stream's working. Sorry, just pulling it up here, double checking. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is our weekly advanced saxophone video. Sorry, I pulled the music up on the screen. I wanted to withhold that for a minute. But if you have your green books today, you can turn to page 16. That's where we're going to be starting today. Sean, hey, thanks for coming to this lesson as well. Cool. So hopefully we have quite a few of you watching remotely. Maybe you're not signed in or anything like that, but that's cool. If you can sign into your parents' account, if they're watching with you, that would be great. They can sign in to their channel, and then you have access to the chat feature on the side of the screen. And you can ask me anything you want. If you have questions about the music, if you have questions about your saxophone or your mouthpiece, let's say your reed has seen better days and you want to ask me how to change it, I can show you all of that live in the video, but I don't know what's on your mind unless you ask me. So hopefully you can send me some comments, okay? And then if you're watching the video after it's been recorded live, you can always ask questions in the comments below the video as well. Okay, so if you have your green books, you can turn to page 16. Otherwise, I'll have the music up on the screen here for us. As well as go ahead and click the description of the video. There's a Google Drive link in there, and it'll take you right to the pages of music that we're playing today. Okay? All right. So we've been working a lot on our scales. So I want to review the two main scales that we use for saxophone. It's on page 1 of the green book, but if you don't have it, we're going to try and do it from memory, okay? Excuse me, guys, my throat's a little dry right now from talking all this time. Here we go. So let's start with our easy scale. That's the C major scale, concert E flat. If anyone else is watching, concert E flat. No sharps, no flats, all natural notes. Okay, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Just like saying your ABCs starting on C, and then when you get to G, go back to A. All right, let's try it. Maybe half notes at a quick pace. 1, C major. Ready? 1, 2, 3, play. And then we're always going to do our scales backwards as well. So we'll start on high C and go backwards down to low C. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so there's our first scale. Try and make sure that that one is memorized. Okay, memorize it if you don't already have it memorized. And then we'll move on to the next scale. Same notes, one note changes. Okay, this one is concert B flat, our G major scale. So we're going to start on the note G, play all natural notes until we get to F sharp. Okay, that's the only different note. F sharp, we're trading for the F natural and the C major. Okay, let's try our G major scale. Ready? 1, 2, oh, and we're going to do it, play it all the way up to high G and then back down to low G all in one fell swoop here. 1, 2, ready, play. Cool. How are you doing with those scales? Let me know in the comments. If you have them memorized, that's great. I want to know. So put it in the comments, and I want to see who has it memorized or who's still working on memorizing them. And we're going to move on now to page 16 in our book. Okay. Page 16 has the next scale that I would like us to work on, the D major scale. Check out the key signature in D major. There's an F sharp. The top sharp on the left is F sharp. The one below that is C sharp. So we have two sharp notes. The rest of the notes are natural. F sharp, we just played in the key of G, so we know that one. C sharp, no hands. We don't play any buttons to play C sharp. All right? And then we're just playing D natural, E natural, G natural, A natural, B natural, and the rest of the notes are sharp. Okay, so this one should be pretty easy. We're just adding that C sharp, and we're starting on D. Do you guys see D major scale study in the middle of the page here? I don't know if I can highlight it, but it's right there. D major scale study. Each of the notes are quarter notes, okay? So we're going to pretend to tie them into half notes so that we can do the same sort of scale pattern we've been doing since the beginning. Okay, so we'll pretend they're half notes, tie them together. D, E, F sharp, G, all the way up to middle D. Ready? 1, 2, 3, play. Second line, ready, go. Good. So I see a couple more people have logged in. Let me know in the comments if you have a channel, if you're logged into your parents' channel and can comment. Let me know who's tuning in. I want to know if you guys have any questions as well. Post them there in the chat. And then the music again is below in the description for all the newcomers. Great. You remember me talking about the arpeggio last time. We did the G major arpeggio. We talked about it's in any scale that you play, it's always the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. Okay, this is a great way to practice your range. So we're going to start on our low D for the D arpeggio, go up to the third note F sharp, and then the fifth note A, and then we're going to keep building on that and go as high as you can, because I'm pretty sure we know how to play F sharp with the octave key, and then A with the octave key. We can probably get up there too, okay? Even though it's not written there in the D major arpeggio, we can add on and just do the same exercise with the octave key. That's one of the great things about saxophone, is to play something in either octave. It's as simple as playing with or without the octave key. All right? So let's try this D major arpeggio study as written, and then we'll take it up the octave as well. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now if we were going to take that note or that whole thing up the octave and press the octave key, there's only one note that wouldn't change, okay, and that's the note D. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. The second measure, that middle D, right in the middle of the piece, we have middle D. So we don't know how to play high D yet, the octave above that. So go ahead and just keep playing middle D there. So we'll start with middle D, F sharp with the octave key, A with the octave key, and then go back to middle D. So let's pretend this whole thing is up the octave. Play with the octave key. 1, 2, ready, go. And another fun thing you can do with the arpeggio is play whatever you want. Okay, take those 3 notes and span as many octaves as you can, and see if you can, make up some music. I know there's an improvisation class, so hopefully some of you guys are in the improvisation class on Fridays. I believe that's 1:30 on Fridays. Definitely check that out because if you want to play improvisation, these arpeggios are awesome tools for improvising. So try making up your own patterns or your own melodies using the arpeggio. I can do one right now, and it doesn't have to start on D either, but we can. We can start. Okay, and you can make your own melodies using just the arpeggio, and it sounds great. You can do starting on a different note too. Okay, and then another cool thing about the arpeggio is if you play the fifth note, the third note, sorry, the third note, I'll start again. Another cool thing about the arpeggio for Star Wars fan, play the third note, so play 3, 3, 3, then the first note, then the fifth note, and tell me what that is. Okay, so for anyone watching it, try that right now. Play F sharp, D, A, F sharp. Okay, see what that is. Tell me what that is. If you like Star Wars, you should know that melody, and it's just an arpeggio. It's really really cool. 3 3 3 1 5 3. Okay, if you know it, let me know in the comments. I'll play those notes here. If you play it with a specific rhythm, it's the Imperial March from Star Wars. Cool. So any arpeggio, you can mess around with it and create music with it. All right. Let's go ahead and play a song in the key of D. This is our first song ever in the key of D. Remember, we're playing F sharp and C sharp. Don't mess with the man, okay? D, D, C sharps, B, A, G, and all the fun stuff. Let's give it a try. Sight read this one, and don't forget your two sharps, F sharp, C sharp. Ready? We're going to play Don't Mess with the Man. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. So that one kind of mimics the D major scale with a couple little different twists on it there. It goes up to a high E and skips around toward the end of each line. That's a fun one. All right, next we have page 17, dotted quarter notes. Some of you know dotted quarter notes from the blue book and from the purple book, and probably from the green book too. We've seen these a lot, but we should really know how these dotted quarter notes actually function, okay? And in order to do that, we have to break it down into the smaller parts. So I'm going to zoom in pretty closely to the music here so you guys can be able to see what I'm talking about. First things first, how many quarter notes, or sorry, how many eighth notes are in a quarter note? If you know the answer, quickly type it in the comments, in the chat. How many eighth notes are within one quarter note? Okay, let me know in the chat, and then we can talk about this here. What we're talking about is dividing a quarter note into smaller parts. Okay, kind of like if you like science class and you're talking about molecules and what makes up molecules are the atoms. The smaller parts of molecules are atoms, or a cell. Maybe you guys have learned cells. The smaller parts of cells have different parts, right? Like the nucleus and the cell wall and all the different things. And quarter notes have, Sean says, 2 eighth notes. So the small part of the quarter note is actually made up of 2 eighth notes. Nice. And what we're going to do is when we put a dot on the end of it, we're going to take one of those smaller parts and add it to the end. So basically, a dotted eighth note or a dotted quarter note is worth 2 plus one more of its smaller parts. Eighth notes, okay? So 2 eighth notes plus one more eighth note, 3 eighth notes, or 1.5 beats, okay? 1.5 beats of music, because an eighth note is half of a beat of music. The best thing to do is to play 4 eighth notes, okay? Let's do, right here I have the music pulled up, they're both G's. Let's play the highlighted notes, which is 3 eighth notes on G and then a 4th eighth note. Just play them as eighth notes. We're gonna go 1 and 2 and 4 eighth notes like that. Ready? Play 4 eighth notes on G with me. Ready, set, go. Just like that. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Good. Let's tie 2 of them together. So now we're going to just play basically a quarter note and 2 eighth notes. So ta, da, da, 1 and 2 and ready, go. So I tied the first and second together, ba, 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 and then I played the third and the fourth ones. Okay, let's try that one more time. Tie these 2 together and then tongue 3 and 4. Ready and go. Just like that. For the dotted quarter note, we're going to tie 3 of them together. Dot, dot. Okay, let's try it. Tie 3 notes together, 3 eighth notes, and then play the 4th one. 1 and 2 and ready, go. So we're going to tie 1, 2, 3 into a large note and then play the 4th one. Ready, set, go. Good. How'd you do with that? Does that make sense? So now when we play quarter note, dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythms, like on this page in 27, you got, or sorry, 17, not 27, you all should be thinking in your head 1 and 2 and, okay? As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count the eighth notes, it helps you line up those notes, okay? So let's play dotted quarter note rhythms. You're thinking in your head 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so we're going to try and make that as even as possible. Let's try dotted quarter note rhythms right at the top of page 17. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Having a really strong rhythm is super important, not only for playing pieces of music as written, but also for the person listening to the music. If we kind of just blow through the rhythm and don't do it super accurately, the person listening to the music, so your audience, is not going to really know what you're playing. It just kind of sounds like notes, right? So part of playing music, really well is having a really strong rhythm and sense of rhythm. That's why we subdivide those notes into smaller parts and count the eighth notes. It helps us be really strict with our rhythm, okay? And it also makes the music more enjoyable to the people that are listening to it, okay? So I have for you a couple songs. We're going to actually skip ahead to 18 and work on Little Waltz, okay, by Mozart. This is a piece that I'm sure you've heard before. Maybe you don't know it by name. That's okay. But I'm sure that you've heard this one before. It's really popular Mozart song. Notice the key signature. We're going to go back to C major, so no sharps, no flats in this one. Okay, really count those eighth notes. We're in 3/4. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, let's try little waltz. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1. Watch out. F natural, C natural. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Okay, let me know if that one sounds familiar to you guys. The dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythm is kind of the crux of this song. It's the thing that brings it all together, right? That's the rhythm that most people will hear and reference when they listen to this piece of music. They're not really remembering the half notes and quarter notes as much as the dum ba bum bum, that really nice waltzing rhythm. Okay, cool. And then I have for you All Through the Night, which is a Welsh folk song in the key of in the key of C in time signature. Now we're back to 4/4 beats per minute. So now we're practicing those dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythms a little more than we did in the little waltz. Okay, so give this one a try. Let's play it together. Still the key of C here. Watch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 2, 3, and play. Rest. All right. How do you guys do with the dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythms? Anyone have any questions about those? It seems like it's easy, but it's one of those things that can go overlooked. We want to make sure to really count those rhythms accurately. 1 and 2 and. So 3 eighth notes tied together you can think about for the quarter notes. If anyone has questions about that, go ahead and put them in the comments. Otherwise, you can keep looking at more dotted quarter note rhythms in the Green Book on page 19. Yeah, that's about it. Page 19. I thought page 20 had some on it, but that's for a different lesson here. So go ahead and send me your videos of yourself playing. We can give you feedback on dotted quarter note rhythms or anything else you have questions about. Send them to homework@theorchestraplays.com. And if no one has any questions, I'll see you guys next time. Happy practicing.